Hello and welcome back to another video on this channel. So we are going to do another C++ program, and in today's video we're asked to write a program that takes two numbers as input and prints their sum, their difference, their product, and their output. So we're going to get two numbers from the user, say 5 and 10, and then we're going to say 5 plus 10 is 15, 5 divided by 10 is whatever, 5 times 10 is whatever, 5 and whatever is whatever. So we're going to actually write a program in C++ that will help us to do that. So without much further ado, let's just go into solving that right away. So because we're going to get users data, we're going to actually include the IOStream library for input and output using namespace std, and here's the main function. So the first thing is to actually initialize or declare your variable. So it's going to be of a double type. So let me call them num1 and then num2. Okay, so I'm going to actually prompt the user to give me some numbers. So let me do that using the cout. So I will say enter the first number. Okay, and the user gives me this, which I will store in the num1. So let me just copy this and duplicate it. So enter the second number, and that will be num2. Okay, then what we're going to do is to perform the arithmetic operations. And so what we're going to say is, say, let's say cout. So we say sum is gonna be num1 plus parenthesis. Okay, I would love to copy this and replicate it. So the difference will be num1 minus num2, and the product will be num1 multiplied by num2. Okay, then the last one, which is the quotient, is actually where we're going to do some kind of data handling of error. So we're going to say if, because we don't want a zero division, right? So we're going to say if num2 is not equal to 0. Okay, it's not equal to 0. So that's when we are going to say, let me copy it. Okay, I've copied that before. So we're going to say that quotient to be equal to num1 divided by num2, right? Else we're going to print that we cannot divide the number. So we're going to say cout cannot divide a number by 0. Okay, I think that handles it, right? So let's test our program to see if it runs as we want it to do. Oh, this is a statement. Okay, so let's run our program right now to see how it's going to run. To enter the first number, let me enter 23, and then let me say enter 10. Okay, so the sum of 23 and 10 is 33. The difference between 23 and 10 is 13. The product of 23 and 10 is 230, and the quotient is 2.3. Okay, so let me try to do some right now, where I'll give the first number to be, say, 14, and then the second number is 0. Okay, you can see, so the sum is 14. The difference between 14 and 0 is still 14. Multiplying 14 and 0 will give you 0, and then you cannot divide a number by 0. I think that solves it. So that's the first method we are going to use to solve this problem. So let me give you the second one right now. In the second approach, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a function that I'm going to use to perform these operations. So let me actually create a function, a void function. So let me call the function perform operations or operations. Let me just call it operations. So they're going to take two parameters, so they're going to be of double type. Let me call them num1, and then another one to be num2. Okay, so here I'm going to do my sum, my difference, my quotient, and my product. So let me do the first one, which is the sum. So I'm going to do sum, so summing them. Okay, so let me also wrap this around parentheses. Okay, so the difference, I'm also going to do the product. So the product is going to just take in the asterisk. The difference is just taking the difference. So then we also do the same if condition. So if num2 is not equal to 0, and that's when we can do our division. So we're gonna say that our quotient is gonna be, let me just take this. Let me change this to quotient. Divide. I also say you cannot divide by 0. Okay, I think I made some mistakes here, so I'm supposed to actually change this to the insertion operator. Okay, I think we're good everywhere. I also need to put that here. Okay, so let's test our program right now and see how it runs. Now I'm supposed to also call that inside the main function, so I'm also going to prompt the user to enter some stuff here. So enter your first number. Enter your first number, anyone you want to write, and enter your first number. Okay, so the user gives me their first number, and then that will be in the, actually I'm supposed to actually initialize that or declare them. So let me declare them here. Let me just call them x and y, x and y, and then let this first one be in x. Okay, so enter your second number. Let me call that in y. Okay, so right now I'm not going to call this function here. So I'm going to take this function and call the function here, and that will be it. So let me call operations, but let me remove this and replace it with my x and y. And I close the bracket. I think we're good to go right now. So let's run our program and get this up and running. So enter your first number. I enter 23. Second number, let me say 10. The sum is 33, difference is 13, product is 230, and the quotient is 2.3. Let's also test with the one where the second number is 0. So let me test with 14, and then let me test with 0. So you can see sum is 14, difference is 14, product is 0, and then you cannot divide by 0. So that is that about this particular problem. If you find this video helpful, do help me subscribe, like, and share this video with others. Thank you very much.